What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we've got a Chicago Bulls and New York Knicks game reaction. A game that ends the season for the Chicago Bulls, at least the regular season. We played all 82 games, but we ended up losing this one closely and competitively in overtime. So there's a lot to like about this game in all honesty. But look, this game didn't mean much, and I do have a bit of problems with this game as well. So this is definitely not going to be just a purely positive video. There's definitely some negatives in there. One specifically I want to talk about, and we will get stuck into it in this video. But before we get any further, if you liked the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls, their game today, and your player of the game. We did lose this game 120 to 119 in overtime, and overall, I really liked the fight that the Bulls provided today. This game was definitely a little bit more free-flowing. It felt like an important game considering we had pretty much every single starter that we could have had play in this one. You know, Kobe White played, DeRozan played, Vucevic played. We barely played our bench. All of our starters got over 40 minutes and stuff of that nature. So it felt like an important game. But in the grand scheme of things, this game didn't really mean much for the Bulls. If we had lost this game, we stay the same. This game did mean a lot for the Knicks. And look, you could say whatever you want about New York. At the end of the day, they beat a pretty competent Chicago Bulls team here. And if there was any chance that they get into the second seed, I'm going to quickly check if they actually did manage to climb to the table there. They did. They got to the second seed. They would have earned it. This was not a gimme win for the New York Knicks. They had to earn it every step of the way, and they did. The Knicks fall to the second, or they climb, my apologies, to the second seed. So, a great job for the New York Knicks, in all honesty. And again, I can't speak enough about how much I respect their team at the moment. Sure, I think everybody has an element of let's make fun of the Knicks in them, just because, you know, it's New York, it's the Knicks, they're a big team. It's like the Lakers and Boston and every other big team out there. Large organization, very, very large fan base. You know, it's easy to poke fun of the Knicks. But I respect their team heavily. Again, I don't think there's many teams out there in the NBA that could do what the Knicks have done without Julius Randle in the lineup. Julius Randle is a lot of things. Sometimes he has good games, sometimes he has very bad games, but he's a threat. He's always going to be a threat because of his physicality, the way that he plays in the post, his footwork, and everything in between. There's so much to like about Julius Randle's game, even if it isn't consistent every now and then. And to do what they're doing without him in the lineup, I think is a great thing. And I give all the respect to the New York Knicks because of that. And I definitely like the Bulls fight. You know, this definitely wasn't a game where we had to come back. This wasn't a game where we had to go on a big run to try and win it. We were in control for a lot of that game. Yes, we gave up the lead late in the fourth. Yes, the Knicks did win in overtime, but it didn't feel like a game where we felt out of place. We're the 9th seed. We are out of place. You know, 3 years ago, we would not be even in a playoff conversation based on where we finished and our record as well. But with that being said, we did not feel out of place against the Knicks. And if there's anything to take away out of this game, hopefully it's confidence. Confidence has to be the biggest thing we take out of this game. DeRozan has built some confidence. Kobe White had a good game. Vucevic had a good game. Guys like Dalen Terry didn't do too bad either. Javonte Green and all these other guys. Hopefully, if there's anything to take away from this game, it's the confidence to go against Atlanta and feel confident that they can win that game. That is what I'm looking forward to more than anything. But there is one thing that I really had a problem with here. Genuinely. Since this game didn't mean anything, we saw in the last game against the Wizards, Adama Sanogo get a 20-20 performance off of the bench against the Wizards for his first time for the Bulls. You know, real meaningful minutes, 20-20. Like, you can't generally ask for a big first impression compared to that, right? How many minutes did he get today? How many seconds did he get today? You can check it yourself because it was pretty much nothing. Nada. Not a single thing. And I do not get that to save my life. I don't get it. Look, this Bulls team has played enough with each other. So if your excuse is, oh, look, we just need these guys to play together for a little bit so we can be prepared for the Hawks, I don't see that as a valid excuse. Because the vast majority of that Bulls team has played together for at least until January, since Levine has been out and Patrick Williams has been out. That team's played together plenty of times. So I don't find that as a good excuse. And this, to me, you know, short-termism, call it what you like, indicates the Bulls don't care about development. Because I don't know how anyone could have a 20-20 night and then not play the next day. It's completely unfathomable to me. I get it. He's not going to play in the play-in tournament. He can't play in the play-in tournament. I get it. It makes sense. And I'm not asking for him to play in the play-in tournament because I know that will not happen. I know that cannot happen. But I've never seen in a regular season game where it means nothing in terms of the record, a guy that got a 20-20 performance against the Wizards get absolutely nothing against the Knicks. And that is just, it's incomprehensible to me. Billy Donovan, look, there's a lot of reasons I want Billy Donovan to leave the Chicago Bulls. That might top the list, because that is ridiculous. A 20-20 night gets ignored the next day. What more could you do to make an impression? What more could you do to earn minutes in the next game? If that was a regular season game in the middle of the season and he got on 20-20 and he didn't play the next game, I would probably be tossing everything around. I'd be punching furniture left, right, and center. That's how frustrating that is. But to do it in a meaningless game as well, that's just so... I'm going to keep my composure. It's not right. Let me put it in that way. So, Billy Donovan. Look, I feel like a lot of Bulls fans already don't want Billy Donovan as the head coach. But if you're going to be the head coach next season, and that's the type of treatment you're going to give to young players, what's the point of going younger if you can't even trust them after a 20-20 game? You know, Javon Carter had a 22-point and 12 assist night. He plays today against the Knicks. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like Marcus Simonovic in the Summer League. He had one of the best Summer League performances you'd probably ever see. Barely gets a crack in preseason and literally gets waived the same season that he had that big, I guess, Summer League. I don't get it. I'm not asking him to play every single minute of every single game. I'm not asking him to take the place of Andre Drummond. Drummond is injured. He's out. It's not like I'm asking him, hey, Drummond, no longer, we don't need him anymore. We don't need Drummond. We've got Sonogo. I'm not saying that. But the fact that Drummond is injured, we literally have no backup center. You're playing Javonte Green as backup center most of the time. And you have Adama Sanogo there that literally produced a fantastic performance for you, and you can't give him even a look, not even a glare, not even a little wink and come on for 20 seconds. It's not good enough. And as many positives as you can take away from this game, I think that's the biggest thing to take away from this game, and it's a negative, unfortunately. So look, it's a negative I'm probably going to forget about in 2 months' time, in all honesty, but it's a negative that's very fresh in my mind today. So yeah, that's upsetting. We've got a big game against Atlanta to come up with, you know, in a couple days' time. Hopefully the Bulls can win that game, and then we'll see what happens in that away game if we can beat the Atlanta Hawks at home. I apologize for not doing a watch-along for the last 2 games. Again, I'm not going to speak too much about it now because I don't want to make anything uncomfortable. Just go to the community tab, read what I posted there. That pretty much sums up why I'm not doing watch-alongs at the moment. And for those people that are asking, will you do a watch-along against the Washington Wizards? Not the Washington Wizards. My brain's all messed up. The Atlanta Hawks. My answer to that will be most likely. Most likely I will do a watch-along against the Hawks. Will there be a guarantee? No. Because at the end of the day, when you're dealing with things that are out of your control, things change. Things happen. I can't control everything, unfortunately. So I'll try my best. I definitely want to do it. Will I do it though? There is no guarantees. I hope so. Most likely it will, but I can't promise anything. Hopefully that's an answer that can satisfy for now. And if there's more updates to come along, I'll be sure to let you know in the community tab and we can continue it from there. Thank you for watching. My player of the game, maybe Vucevic. I think Vucevic had a good game. Drop a like and a follow and or subscribe if you are new. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care and peace.